Hi students, we are starting today a new topic of coordinate geometry. It is called section formula and midpoint formula. Suppose AB is a segment. The coordinates of AB are x1, y1 and coordinates of B are let x2, y2. And any point is there, say P. Coordinates of P are x and y. What I said clear? There is a segment AB and A and B are the endpoints of the segment. P is any point in between A and B. Correct? Now there are 6 unknowns x1, y1, xy and x2, y2. They can give any of 4 and they will say find the other 2. Understand very carefully. Out of these 6 coordinates, they can give you any 4 and remaining 2 coordinates we have to find. Also, there is a ratio in which this segment is divided, ms to n. Suppose there is a segment of 5 centimeter and this point P is on 3 and 2, 3 centimeter and 2 centimeter. We can say this segment is divided in the ratio 3:2. So this AP is M and PB is N. So this is the ratio in which the segment is divided. Serially, I am explaining once more. AB is a segment. A and B are its endpoints. P is any point in between A and B. It has divided the segment in the ratio m:n. Means measure of AP is m and measure of PB is n. Correct? x1, y1 are the coordinates of A, x2, y2 are the coordinates of B, and xy are the coordinates of P. Correct? So there are 6 unknowns. Formula is, suppose we have to find x and y. So x is equal to mx2 plus nx1 upon m plus n. This is the formula which has to be used to find the value of x. Similarly, suppose we have to find value of y. So it will be y is equal to my2 plus ny1 upon m plus n. These two formulae will give us value of x we can find, value of x2, x1 we can find, value of m and n we can find, value of y we can find, value of y2, y1 and m plus n or m we can find. So there are unknowns are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Any value we can find by using this formulae. So this is very useful in exercise number 5.2. One more formula is there which is called midpoint formula. Midpoint formula, same. But in this case, suppose again AB, x1, y1 same, x2, y2 same. But in this case, P is at exactly midpoint. P is at midpoint. So M equal to N, they will cancel each other. M is equal to N, so they will cancel each other. And the new formula here to find x and y are M is equal, x is equal to x2 plus x1 upon 2 and y is equal to y2 plus y1 upon 2. These are called, especially these two, midpoint formula. Midpoint formula. And this is called section formula. Section formula. So while applying both the formulae, you will come to know examples are very easy to them who are having mastery on calculation. One more formula is there which will be useful in this 5.2 is centroid formula. Centroid means if this is a triangle ABC and these are the midpoints of all the three sides PQR, midpoints. So opposite vertices and the midpoint of the opposite side. One vertices and a midpoint of the opposite side. This vertices, a vertex to this midpoint and this vertex to this midpoint, where all the medians meet. All the medians meet. That point is called centroid. That point is called centroid. So this we have learnt in the previous standards. Let us see how it is used. Suppose the coordinates of centroids are x and y. Centroids are x and y. A has x1, y1. B has x2, y2. And C has x3, y3. So 3 pairs of points. In this case, this x, value of x, can be found by just x1 plus x2 plus x3 upon 3 and y is equal to y1 plus y2 plus y3 upon 3. This way, we have learned 3 formulae. One is section formula, second is midpoint formula, and third is centroid formula. Very simple formula. You can understand very nicely if you do the examples. So we are starting examples of 5.2. Question number 1 of 5.2 is, one segment is there, imaginary segment is there. I have drawn the figure. Segment AB is divided by point P in 2:3 ratio. 2:3 ratio. The endpoints of the segment are A and B with coordinates -1, 7, 4, -3, and where to find x. So it is quite obvious that you are going to use section formula. But first we have to make the assumptions. Let x1 is equal to -1, x1 is equal to -1, y1 is equal to 7, x2 is equal to 4, and y2 is equal to -3. And these values you are definitely knowing they are m and n. So ms to n is equal to 2s to 3. Unknown are x and y. X is unknown, y is unknown. So you know section formula says x is equal to mx2 plus nx1 upon m plus n. So x is equal to what is m2 into x2, it is 4, plus n is 3 into x1, it is -1 upon m plus n, 2 plus 3. So x is equal to 8 plus -3 upon 5. So x is equal to 8 minus 3 upon 5. So x is equal to 5 upon 5. So x is equal to 1. Don't forget to put therefore sign. It gives continuity. This is the value of x. Now for y, you know the formula. Y is equal to my2 plus ny1 upon m plus n is equal to, what is m2 into what is y2 minus 3 plus what is n, it is 3 into what is y1, y1 is 7, y1 is 7 upon m plus n is 2 plus 3, which is equal to, this 2 3s are 2 minus 3s are -6 plus 21 upon 5, which is equal to -6 plus 21 is 15 upon 5, which is equal to 3. This is y. So coordinates x comma y corresponds to 1 and 3. This is your final answer. This is your final answer. AB are the endpoints of the segment. P divides the segment in 2:3 ratio. So 2, 3 are m and n. These two are x1, y1. These two are x2, y2. We have to find the x and y by formula. X is equal to mx2 plus mx1 upon m plus n. And next formula is y is equal to my2 plus ny1 upon m plus n. Clear? Yeah. Now we are in the question number 2. In each of the following example, find the coordinates of point A which divides segment PQ in the ratio A is to B. Instead of M and N, they have used A is to B. So in first case, rough diagram P and Q, P segment PQ, and A divides it into A is B. Point A divides in the ratio A to B. In the first case, this is 2:1. 2:1. So this point is A. This is A, this is B. This should be x1, y1, and this should be x2, y2. Correct? So here P is -37 and Q is 1 minus 4. P is -37 and Q is 1 and -4. 1 and -4. So all values are set. Solution. This diagram should be in your mind, whether you are drawing or not. It is a rough diagram. Whether you are drawing or not, it doesn't mean anything, but it should be in your brain properly. Let P -37 corresponds to x1, y1, or in some cases teachers may like this: let P, coordinates of P, coordinates of P are x1, y1, and coordinates of Q x2, y2. Here A is 2 and B is 1. Therefore, x1 is equal to -3, y1 is equal to 7, x2 is equal to 1, and y2 is equal to -4. This method of assumption some teachers may use. Ours is very easy. If P corresponds to -37 corresponds to x1, y1. Simple, very easy. And Q 1 minus 4 corresponds to x2, y2. You will get the same thing. But you may say our teachers is doing like this. So I done like that. Assumption is not important. So now A xy and coordinates of A, B, x and y. So as per section formula, x is equal to, here m and n are not used, they use a x2 plus b x1 upon a plus b, which is equal to, what is a? 2 into x2, it is 1, plus what is b? It is 1. What is x1? It is -3 upon 2 plus 1, which is equal to 2 minus 3. 2 plus -3 upon 3, which is equal to -1 upon 3. Second is y, sorry, second is y equals to ay2 plus by1 upon a plus b is equal to, again, what is a2, what is y1, 7 into 7 plus what is b1, what is y1, it is, sorry, y2, y2, y2 is minus 4 plus 1 into 7, ay2 plus by1 upon 2 plus 1, which is equal to 4 into 2, minus 4 into 2, minus 8 plus 7 upon 3, which is equal to minus 1 upon 3. What is the, do you see any mistake here? No, there is no any mistake. Both the coordinates, therefore, coordinates of x, y, that is a, x and y corresponds to minus 1 upon 3 and minus 1 upon 3. Understood? Instead of m and n, they have used a and b, and but other examples is same. Balance example is same. So second example I am going to give you as a homework. You also do calculations fast so that you will get practice of getting answers very fast and correct. That is main. While solving fast, you should not make any mistakes. So second one is homework, and third one I am solving. No, do it on your own. 2 and 3 I am going to you. So question number 2. Question number 2. 2 and 3 homework. Yeah, calculation, you must do the calculation as question number 2. 2 and 3 I have given to you. Find coordinates of A and B. Same way. Clear? I know you can do it. So now we are in the question number 3 of exercise 5.2. Make star to this example. Third one. Find the ratio in which t minus 1 6 divides the line segment joining points p minus 310 and q 6 minus 8. Okay, we have to find m and n. See, here we are not going to use the full formula, both x and y. Either you use y or either you use x. You will get the answer of m upon n. How? Let us see. Again we have to write all the things. Here P is minus 310, Q is 68 and T is 1. Okay, P corresponds to minus 310 Q corresponds to 6 minus 8. T, which divides the segment, corresponds to minus 1 6. M upon N we have to find. Correct? So, first we have to assume, suppose coordinates of P are x1, y1 and coordinates of Q are x2, y2 and coordinates of T are x and y. Therefore, x1 is equal to minus 3, y1 is equal to 10, x2 is equal to 6, y2 is equal to minus 8, x is equal to minus 1 and y is equal to 6. So after assumption, we have to go for calculation. In this example, you don't have to use both the formulae. You have to use only one single any formula, either x or y. So we are going to use y since x is equal to mx2 plus nx1 upon m plus n. M plus n. Very nicely you understood this. So here the values of x, y, x1, y1, x2, y2, everything is there. We are going to use the values. Therefore, what is x? It is minus 1 equals to m, we are not knowing, into x2, it is 6. See, 6 plus n we are not knowing, into what is x1? It is minus 3 upon m plus n, which is equal to, therefore, this m plus n will come this side. So it will become minus 1 into bracket m plus n is equal to 6m, 6m minus 3n, 6m minus 3n. Therefore, minus m, this one minus 1 goes inside, it will be minus m minus n is equal to 6m minus 3n. Now, this n will come this side and this m will go that side. So what will happen? This 3n plus, it will become plus, minus n is equal to 6m plus m. This minus m become plus and this minus 3n become plus. So it will be finally, 2n 3 minus n, 2n is equal to 7n, 7n, correct? So we need m upon n equals to, m is with 7, so it will go down in the denominator. See the cross multiplication, 7n, and 2 is with n, so it will go in the numerator. Therefore, m/n ratio is equal to 2:7. What we have done? All the coordinates were given. All the 6 coordinates were given, and m and n are not given. So in this case, we assumption is more consumption of time is in assumption. Suppose coordinates of P are x1, y1, coordinate of Q are x2, y2, coordinates of T are x and y. So these values we got. We are not going to use both the formula of x and y. We are using only one formula, either of x or either of y. So we used x formula. We got this one. Cross multiplication. We got this one. And lastly, 2n is equal to 7n. Remember, this m has come in the numerator, so 7 has to go in the denominator. This n has come in the denominator, so the 2 must go in the numerator. Simple trick use and you will get the answer. Right? 2:7 is the ratio. And this was third example of 5.2. So exercise 5.2, example number 4, point P is the center of the circle and AB is the diameter. Find the coordinate of point B if coordinates of point A and P are 2, -3 and -2, 0. P and A are given. Coordinates of P and A are given. And they are A is 2, -3, 2 and -3, and coordinates of P are -2, 0. We have to find the coordinates of B. They are x2, y2, because we know if AB is the segment, the middle point will be x and y. The end points are x1, y1 and x2, y2. x1, y1 and x2, y2. We have studied these examples. And this is a circle. In circle, AB is a diameter. So, P is a center. AB is a diameter. And they have given P is a center. So, P is a midpoint. Correct? Here, AB is a diameter. Given diameter. And P is a center. Therefore, P is a midpoint. P is a midpoint. Again, the assumption, full assumption, P -310, वगैरह, always we have to do. So here, I am doing short way. A, that is 2 - 3, corresponds to x1, y1. B are x2, y2, unknown. And P is a center, -2, 0, corresponds to x and y. We are having x, y, x1, y1. We have to find x2, y2. Here, P is a midpoint. Therefore, by midpoint formula, x is equal to x1 plus x2 upon 2. x1 plus x2 upon 2. So, what is x1 plus x2 upon 2? Why 2? Because m upon n is equal to 1 upon 1. That is 1, 1. Means midpoint. If m is a midpoint, p is a midpoint, these two are congruent. So 1 upon 1, 1. So midpoint formula is x1 plus x2 upon 2. So x is minus 2 is equal to, what is x1? It is 2 plus x2 upon 2. Therefore, cross multiply, minus 4 is equal to 2 plus x2. Therefore, this 2 will come to LHS. So, x2 is equal to minus 4 minus 2. So, x2 is equal to minus 6. x2 is equal to minus 6. It is the first coordinate of a point B. So now we have to find the second coordinate. We have to find the second coordinate. Therefore, y is equal to y1 plus y2 upon 2, which is equal to, what is y? It is 0. 0 is equal to y1 is minus 3 plus y2 is unknown and upon 2. Correct? So therefore, by cross multiplication, what we are going to get is 0 into 2, 0 is equal to minus 3 plus y2. Therefore, final y2 is equal to 3. So the coordinates of point B are minus 6 and 3. Minus 6 and 3. This is the answer. Students, one more example of same type. Find the ratio in which point PK7 divides the segment joining A 8, 9 and B 1, 2 and find K also. Little bit difference. This is a segment. This is a segment A and B. P divides it. P divides it. And coordinates of P are K and 7. K and 7. This is A. This is point A with coordinates 8 and 9. 8 and 9. And B has 1 and 2. So, 3 unknowns, M, N and K we have to find. Just we found M upon N very nicely. So, we are going to find first M upon N by using formula. Say X is equal to mx2 plus nx1 upon m plus n, which is equal to, m is unknown, x2 is, this is x1 y1, this is x2 y2. So x2 is 1 plus n is unknown and x1 is 8 upon m plus n, and this x is also given, that is k. that is k. Here 3 unknowns we have to find by using formula of x. So you can use formula of x and y, but in this case I told you there are 3 unknowns. So this is x and this is y. So x itself is unknown, so we cannot use formula of x. So we have to use formula of y is equal to bisection formula. Y is equal to my2 plus ny1 upon m plus n. So y is 7, m is unknown, into y2 is 2 plus n is unknown and y1 is 9 upon m plus n. Therefore 7 is equal, या फिर otherwise take a cross multiplication, 7 into bracket m plus n is equal to 2m plus 9n. Correct? Therefore 7m plus 7n, this 7 multiplied in the bracket, 2m plus 9n. So take all m to one side. Therefore 7m minus 2m is equal to 9n minus 7n. Therefore 7 minus 2, 5m. 9 minus 7, 2n. Therefore m upon n is equal to m, 5 should go to denominator, and n, 2n, 2 should go to numerator. So we got m and n, that is m is 2 and this is 5. This is 5. Now it is easy to find k by using formula of x. So this is m upon n. When you know m, n, x1, y1, x2, y2, we have to find x by using section formula again. Section formula. X is equal to mx2 plus nx1 upon m plus n. Yes. Now x is k. Therefore what is m? 2. What is x2? 1. What is n? 5 into x1 8 upon m plus n means 2 plus 5. Therefore this 2 plus 5 7, 7k is equal to 2 plus 40 upon nothing, because this 7 came to this side. Therefore 7k is equal to 42. Therefore k is equal to 42 upon 7. So k is equal to 6. Final answer ms to n is equal to 2s to 5 and k is equal to 6. What we have done, I am repeating. They had given 3 unknowns. So instead of, we can use x and y both formulae, but x itself is unknown, so we have used formula of y. Using formula of y, cross multiplication, and we got m upon n. Once you got m upon n, definitely using again section formula, x is equal to mx2 plus nx1 upon m plus n. And now the final answer is m s to n is 2:5 and k is equal to 6. The next example of 5.2 is find the coordinates of midpoint P, X and Y when A endpoint A has 20 to 20 and B has 0 and 16 the coordinates. This is simple way to correlate these things. A 20 to 20 corresponds to x1 y1. Suppose, finish. Instead of writing long assumptions, this is very simple. Therefore, by midpoint formula, x equal to x1 plus x2 upon 2. So x is equal to x1 is 22 plus x2 is 0 upon 2. So x is equal to 22 upon 2, which is equal to 11. Now y equal to y1 plus y2 upon 2. Therefore y is equal to, who is y1? y1 is 20 plus who is y2? It is 16 upon 2. So y is equal to 36 upon 2 and finally y is equal to 18. Coordinates of midpoint is corresponds to 11 and 18. 11 and 18. The remaining examples of centroid and other things, internal section formula, dividing the segment, we are going to study in the next video. This is first part of 5.2.